I've been told we're going to go across to Thulasizwe Simelane at the moment. The reason for that is we're grabbing these high-ranking ANC officials as we can. If that is correct, Thulasizwe, hello. I know it's very loud where you are. Give us a sense. I can see the stadium behind you, people starting to pour in. Give us a sense of the build-up to this event.
Right, Gareth, I'm on standby with the ANC Women's League leader, Bathabile Dlamini. We are going to reflect on her expectations for the January 8th statement of the ANC. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining me. Without wasting any time, I don't think I need to paint a picture for you about the difficulties and challenges that South Africa faces. And many South Africans would say it would be hollow for the ANC to come and just celebrate 108 years of existence without responding directly to the questions that vex South Africa currently. Talk to me about the energy crisis. Is it being handled properly, the energy situation, Eskom, load shedding? Is it being handled properly by the government of the ANC?
We hope that the government is trying their best. But if you want to do your most best, you have to bring in relevant people that understand the issues of energy. And for us as women, that's important. Energy is our life. And the first people that enjoyed electricity in this country were women. And therefore we don't want to go back, but also just about our safety. When there is no electricity, we feel unsafe. So it's important for the country, for the government to address the issues of energy without any qualms. And other differences must be put aside. We must bring in experts to deal with the issue.
From your experience as a minister previously, you know too well about political accountability and the calls thereof, where something is happening in your department and people are saying you must take accountability. I don't think I need to remind you of that.
Yes.
Jabu Mabuza resigns yesterday, and there are calls for broader accountability within the board of Eskom, but also political accountability. Ministers, Minister Pravin Gordhan, Minister Gwede Mantashe. What's your thinking about those calls?
My thinking is that they must work together. And secondly, that energy must be led by the correct person. Issues of energy are in Minister Gwede's department, and therefore the other department is was just brought in to try and ensure that our things are well done and well processed. And for us, that's important because state-owned enterprises were created to make life easy for the poor and to ensure that they are efficient as services at a local level. And therefore, if you want things to be done properly, they must be put where they belong.
So just to make sure I understand you clearly, your perspective as the Women's League is that Eskom should revert back to the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy.
Absolutely, because that is where they have a broader program and policy issues when it comes to energy. You can't have some of the energy issues being dealt with somewhere else. They must be brought together so that we get organized. The most important thing in my experience is that when you want to deliver your services promptly and efficiently and be able to respond to challenges, you must bring them to one place so that we have one person to account.
Lastly, ma'am, President Cyril Ramaphosa's leadership of government, some are critiquing it and saying that he's perhaps not decisive enough in certain instances, others suggesting that his hand is being weakened, including by some that he's working with that are weakening his hand. What's your sense of his leadership of government on the mandate that the ANC obtained, but also off the back of that elective conference of 2017?
I think it's too early for us to judge the president. He is still learning, and each and every person has his style of work. So what we must ensure is that his style of work gets expression within communities. It should not just be a pie in the sky. So those that work with the president must ensure that his vision is implemented and it becomes part of our manifesto. And our manifesto is the voice of the people.
All right, ma'am, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. That is the ANC Women's League President, Bathabile Dlamini, talking to me about the many challenges that face South Africa as we wait to hear what the National Executive Committee of the ANC will be saying about the plethora of challenges and problems that besiege South Africa currently.